all we will go for designations or nomenclature, we can say. So this is just like if it is a 6S70 MEB/C7.1 GIT2. So what is this? All this, this nomenclature, what it can predict. So this 6 is, you can know number of cylinders. S, stroke bore ratio. Now stroke bore ratio, S is for super long stroke, G for green ultra long stroke, L for long stroke, K for short stroke. Then 70 is your diameter of the piston in centimeter. Then M is the engine program. Then E, you can see the concept, it is an electronic or it is a camshaft control. Then B/C, B depends the exhaust valve controlled by camshaft. C is the compact engines. Then this 7 is the Mach number. Then 0.1 is the version. Then GI is the fuel injection, it is a gas injection or fuel oil. And this is the T2 is the emission regulation. T1, T2, T3, this is the tier of IMO regulations that you can go through in details. This is the MC design, you can see. So development of the ME engine. So these are the years, 2003 the first production engine is there. Latest developments. So now MCC, what are the components, we omitted. So we came in ME engines. MCC engine, MC engine, there is a chain driven. Then chain wheel frame is there, chain box or a frame box is there, and camshaft with cams are there. Roller guides are there for fuel pump, for exhaust valves, then fuel pumps, exhaust valves, exhaust actuators, starting air distributors, governor, regulating shaft, mechanical lubricators, local control stand. All this is omitted in ME engines, right? Because it is intelligent engines and electronic engines, so everything is replaced by electronic chips or electronic cards. So new components are your hydraulic power supply unit HPS, hydraulic cylinder unit HCU, engine control system ECS. So what ECS, engine control system, include starting air valves, start and reverse sequence, governor functions, auxiliary blowers, electronically profiled injections, exhaust valve actuations, cylinder lubrications. So all this included in engine control system. Now what is the exhaust valve? Then crankshaft position sensors are there, crank angle, or crank encoders are there, and local operating panel is also there. So this is the ME engine hydraulic oil loop, you can see. This is the main engine hydraulic oil loop. So the oil which is used for main engine, for main bearing lubrication, right? So this is the filter. So this is the oil which is going to main engine for lubrication. From that the oil pressure is 2 bars. So from there it goes to a fine filter up to 6 microns. This is the servo oil, we call it servo oil. So this will go to your engine driven hydraulic pumps, right? And there is also electrical driven hydraulic pumps when engine is not running, and ideal state when engine started, that time electrical driven hydraulic pumps started. So these are twin numbers, and after once the engine pick up RPM, so this will be discontinued and engine driven hydraulic pump will be take over your electrical driven hydraulic pumps, right? And then they will create a pressure up to 200 bar, and the pressure will be now present here. So this is the valve block, right? And this is your HCU hydraulic control units. So each unit have an HCU hydraulic control unit, right? So in that hydraulic control unit we have FIVA valve, then we have exhaust valve actuator, we have cylinder lubricator also there. So after that the servo oil will be return back to the sump when it fulfills its functions, right? So this is the fuel which is coming 7 to 8 bar, which is present at your fuel oil booster pump, near the fuel oil booster pumps. So in MCC engines, the cams, cam is pressurizing your fuel. So here your servo oil is doing the jobs in place of cams, so that's why they replace the cams. And there is one control unit which having your exhaust valve actuator, your cylinder lubricators, your fuel oil booster pump, each come in a single unit. That is the fever valve also there, that is the solenoid valve, so each come in a hydraulic cylinder unit. So this is the thing, right? So this is the basic concept. So you can see this filters, self-cleaning filter 6 microns. You can see engine driven axial piston pumps, then chain wheel and step up gears are there because of that. But definitely they use gear mechanism. Then safety and accumulator block is there, and electrical driven starter pumps are there here separate. Casing and drain and alarm functions are also there if there is a leakage. So this is the main part, HCU, hydraulic control unit. So what it contain, as I told you, cylinder lubricator block is also there in that attachment, and distribution block is there. Then fever valve is there, that is a solenoid valve controlling fuel injection and exhaust valve operation, right? Then exhaust valve actuator is there. Actuator, you know the function of actuator, it was actuating, it was just pressurizing the lube oil. Then fuel oil pressure booster is also there. This is a full complete HCU unit. Now ME fuel oil pressure booster. So what all the parts are there? In MCC you can see this is the MCC fuel pump, as you guys overall maybe or may not be, but it's very easy. And this is your MEC, right? So as I told you, this is the hydraulic oil, this is the hydraulic actuator. In place of cam, the hydraulic oil is used, to press up the 7 bar or 8 bar fuel. And this is the fuel oil inlet 7 to 8 bar, which is coming from the pump, right? It is present here. This is the feedback positioning sensors. This is the feedback positioning sensor is also there. What is the function, we will tell you later on. Then this is the fuel plunger, which is moving up and down, right? And this is the suction valve, and this is going to the injector to inject the fuel, right? Now this is ME exhaust valve systems. MC, definitely cam is there, cam follower is there, springs are there, then the exhaust valve is there. So what are the designs they in ME engines they did? Exhaust valve is same. Here much more changes are there in your air piston and all these things we will discuss later on, but only basic thing I will just tell you. In place of definitely cam, they having an actuator, right? So this is the actuator. This is a fever valve, on off valve, solenoid valve, which supply your hydraulic oil to your hydraulic to the actuator. Okay, so this is the hydraulic oil which is present here. This is the hydraulic actuator, this is the accumulator, so where the pulsation and constant pressure should be there, right? And this is your hydraulic oil which is present here to open the valve. Now this is the ME control system actually. So this is your bridge, this is the engine room. Okay, so this is the operating panel. You can see this is the bridge panel, right? This is your main operating panel. This is the control room. This is the main operating panel B. So there are two panels, panel A, panel B, main operating, right? So the redundancy should be there. If one fails, another should pop up, another will take over, right? So EICU A, EICU B, that is engine interface control unit A and B. all these are linked together, right? If one fails, another will take over. And local operation definitely should be there in emergency. Then we have an engine control unit A, engine control unit B, right? Then we have an auxiliary control unit 1, auxiliary control unit 2, auxiliary control unit 3. We have a cylinder control unit 1 per cylinder. So this is the cylinder control unit for every cylinder. Okay, so this is the control network. All are connected together. If we are like operating, from engine control room, so these are the signals of the control units coming. They are giving signals and they are sending to main operating panels. This is the thing, and then engine interface control unit is there. So we will go on in detail. Then ME tacho system, I already told you, there is a tacho sensors are there giving feedback, which unit at PDC, firing orders and all. So this is the basic training, about ME engines. So basic concepts, not so deep. So we'll go on the next slide.